Hello and welcome to a new episode of Tech Talk on Trust TV. My name is Dorcas Yakubu. This week, we'll be taking a closer look at the role of AI in enhancing phishing attacks among Nigerian cybercriminal networks. Joining me on the program for expert opinion is Japhet Johnson, a blockchain and cryptocurrency expert. But before then, let's take a report on today's topic of discussion. Stay with us.
Artificial intelligence is transforming how phishing attacks are carried out in Nigeria, making them more convincing, more targeted, and far harder to detect. In the past, phishing was easy to spot. Poorly written emails, bad spellings, and obvious scams. But today, AI tools allow everyone from small Yahoo groups to organized cybercriminal networks to operate with a new level of sophistication. AI-generated text can now produce perfect grammar, local slang, and culturally familiar messages, removing the red flags people used to rely on. We're also seeing the rise of deepfake technology. Criminals can clone voices, create fake videos, or impersonate bank officials and company executives to pressure victims into sending money or revealing sensitive information. Another major shift is AI-powered data analysis. Cybercriminals can scan social media and public records to craft highly personalized phishing messages that feel real to the target. They can also build fake websites and AI chatbots that look and sound like banks or government agencies. These tactics are spreading quickly in Nigeria due to rising digital adoption, easy access to AI tools, and limited cybersecurity awareness. And as AI lowers the skill required to commit fraud, more young people are being drawn into these schemes. The impact is serious. People and businesses lose money, trust in digital platforms drops, and key sectors like banking and fintech face growing risk. To fight back, Nigeria needs stronger public cybersecurity education, wider use of AI-based security tools, multi-factor authentication, and updated laws to handle AI-driven crime. With the right action, the same technology empowering cybercriminals can also help protect citizens, businesses, and the nation.
Many thanks for staying with us. In case you just joined in, the program is Tech Talk on Trust TV. Now with me in the studio is Japhet Johnson, and he'll be helping us unpack today's topic of discussion. Good to have you on the program after, I think, 2 years. Last time you were here was like 2 years ago.
Year.
Oh, last year,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Let's kickstart this conversation with you telling us why AI is aiding phishing scams in Nigeria.
All right, so looking at the technology itself as an emerging technology is very important for Nigerians to understand what it does and how we should be able to embrace it, because inside every topic or every technology that comes in new, it has benefits and it also has disadvantage, right? Mm-hmm. So AI has actually come to aid our activities, make it faster, make it even better. But at the same time, we have been seeing a lot of bad actors using it, and it's a thing of concern because having a country where we have a lot of youths and with high mobile and internet penetration, then it's a thing of concern because we have been seeing a lot of scams, we have been seeing a lot of rug pulls on the space, we have been seeing accounts being hacked, both social media and bank accounts. So AI is just making scammers way smarter now and making them have access to even scam and average Nigeria faster now than before. And they have devised several methods now. One of the old methods then was, how do you get information about people before you hack them, right? Mm-hmm. But now imagine you can get a full blown biography of a person by just clicking or sharing a link about the person, and AI crawlers does all those work for you. So as a scammer, they have access to large pool of data now to be able to scam a lot and more number of people at the same time. So you could see then they could do follow-ups once in a while, they just scam maybe 1 or 2 people. But now because of AI can do these repetitive tasks and do it in multiple folds, so they will be able to spin a lot of contacts and do targeted scamming now. Because the approach is quite it's tricky now. The way AI interact with you, you might feel very comfortable thinking he's just a normal person that knows you, but he's actually conversing with you based on the history of data he knows about you, the tone of how you talk, the people you know, how do you write. So it doesn't just write like AI now. It writes in a very human way and even share information in a way that you feel it's a human that's talking to you. Going down to even calls where you call an AI calls you and you speak and you feel it's like your sister is talking. So it's really becoming crazy, and our youth are actually exploring it, and those bad actors are actually using it to also hit us so bad. So that's what AI is doing now.
As you're having a conversation with, your chatbots, is it also storing the information you're dishing out?
Yes. So every AI has what they call the memory pool. So even if you go to a ChatGPT and other AI tools, now you can go to history and see all the information. So what it does is that it continues to learn from the questions you ask. How do you write? How do you like such a response? Maybe it gives you two responses and you always choose this type of response. So the easiest way for AI to converse with you is to store your previous conversations, and it learns from that. So what they are doing basically is we humans are the one even making the AI more effective by conversing, and it's safe. So that memory pool always, like, it's just a free storage to learn more about you. So to get to a point that all you need to do is just to say, what should we discuss today? And AI will bring interesting topics that he knows you have always asked, how you want him to write, and he will just bring suggestions. Do you want us to talk about this? Should we talk about Trust TV? Should we talk about scams? But it learns from all you have always been asking. So if you're always someone that tries to compare shoes, it's most likely when you just tell them, okay, yeah, what should we talk today? You say, oh, I found out a new shoe that you might be interested. Let me give you the details of the shoe. So that's how it works.
Sounds interesting and scary at the same time.
Exactly.
But what are these tools that are making these scams more convincing?
Yeah, so one of the things you check, our population, over 250 million Nigerians, and currently we have over 200 million Nigerians that are having access to smartphones and internet. So the availability of data is very efficient. So AI works with data. And you can agree with me, Nigerians are the people in the world that love sharing data for free. If you go to Facebook, we are posting every day, we are sharing our information. So we don't have unorganized data, but it's readily available for AI to use. Speed. Nigerian are people that like to do things very fast, and AI loves that. It gets information so it learns about you quickly. So it can go to social media, all that social media. You have maybe 4 or 5, because the rate of unemployment is high. There is high likelihood that we have a lot of data of youth sharing what they do every day. Unlike someone in the UK that is most probably working, he might not even have time to share 1 or 2 posts. So AI works very well with data. And when it gets that data, it can be able to build itself and even understand how to interact with you better. So when someone has that access, so imagine what he can do. That's the bad actor now. So the bad actor can actually know your address, know the name of your cat, know the date of your birth, know the friends you have, and most probably he might even be able to guess how you could actually fix your password or whatever. So that's just availability of data in Nigeria is extremely high, and it's not controlled.
What about the good actors? You've spoken about the bad actors, what they can do with these pool of information. Why do you think the government, security operatives are not utilizing AI to maybe even solve security in our country?
Yes, so I think the Cybercrime Act is very important for us to know, because the ethical use of technology needs to be there for everyone to know. An average Nigerian needs to understand you cannot just get someone's laptop, have access, or try to impersonate and get information from someone. Thank God for the Cybercrime Act, so you can be jailed for that. But the question is, have we put these policies in work? If we have, then definitely we'll see a lot of changes. A lot of youths are coming up with ideas. We are seeing people teaching AI how to speak their languages. So it's easy for you to learn languages from AI tools now. And they understand Nigerian history, African history better than some of the AI, because it's model. What you train it is what it does better. So we are seeing a lot of youth building solutions, people creating content using AI, people writing, making their writing even much better. We are seeing movie scripts that are being written by AI now for people to even perform. So there is so many businesses are using it for data analytics. So if we want to start mentioning the uses of AI, we might not even leave this place. That's to tell you there's enormous space for people to use it for the right thing. But why do we always want to use it for the bad thing? It's always a thing of question.
Yeah. So now let's touch on deep fakes and voice cloning, which is
Yeah.
very popular in Nigeria now. Should we see that as a threat?
Definitely we should. Like I said, AI is just having several touch points. And one of it we are seeing now is because people want to consume a lot of videos, and
Sometimes it's hard to even
differentiate because
convince
it's
people
becoming
that this is not the real video.
Yes, it's coming better. Let's say earlier this year, if you see an AI video, you could easily differentiate from the tone, from the background.
Yes.
But just last month, with release of VO3 and what from Google, you could see videos are becoming even much better, more realistic. Even though we can still try to pinpoint. So one of the things we advise people, most especially from my own place at Hebron and Journal Digital, is to tell them that, see, you can use AI to fight AI.
Okay.
So what we need to start teaching people is you can use AI to actually detect AI content or AI. But
Same
most
way
times,
you can use AI to say, oh, this script was written by AI.
exactly. So AI can do that for you. But at the same time, there needs to be a touch of human understanding. You have to pair the two. Because if you don't, I could remember, I just want to give a simple explanation of what happened in our undergraduate days. We have to submit our project on Turnitin for, I don't know whether you use it, but in my school we use it, Turnitin. So it will check your level of plagiarism. And students found a way that, okay, if you put dots and turn it to white, or alphabet turn it to white in between characters, the software will not be able to read it. Then it will drop your plagiarism level very low.
So the students are actually ahead.
So they beat the system. But imagine a lecturer that says, okay, send me your Word documents. And he converts the whole text to black. And he starts seeing all those hidden characters. So we need to actually train humans while we're training AI. Because AI can still, people will find a way to beat it. But imagine someone that understands this concept and he's able to. So we need to pair the two. Agentic AIs are doing the work to help us. If you go on Facebook, some content, it will tell you that this is AI generated content, this video. So we need to see platforms actually do that to help people consume real information. Believe me, a lot of Nigerians are even tired of AI videos now. That's why people are hunting for real. So like I was telling my friend, he said, imagine our newcasters now. We'll start seeing AI taking interviews. I said people will get tired of it, right? People are now interested in real content.
Yes.
Before wanted to make content very fast.
Came, people thought it would just come and take over jobs, but now they are appreciating originality.
Exactly. So that's what we are seeing now. So it makes your work faster, but people want to see you talk in real life. People want to know that you are the one there, not somebody. That's what we're seeing now.
So what industries are at most risk of this AI phishing scams or phishing scams generally in Nigeria?
So I think, the first one is fintech and banks, because anything that attracts money, it's where everybody's head is going. So over the world, not just Nigeria alone, the banks have been the major target of how they will be able to get access to and government infrastructures, right? Because like I've said, most times people think cross-border attacks might not really be because of money, it's data. Countries are trying to hack other countries, not because they want to get their money, but they want to get the data. Individuals might want to attack you because to get your money, but top governments are going for data. They don't care about your banks. What they want to actually get is your data. That's why we hear they say, they have leaked FBI staff information. Those are priceless information. Imagine you releasing the whole address of Nigerian generals and others. So now there are different levels to this attack. When we hear government infrastructure, you know that it's a very high level threat. Because a normal Yahoo boy doesn't care about who is the MD or he's trying to just get access to your money. But somebody in another country that is trying to do a cyber war with the country is trying to get your data as a person, because Those things are things they can use to analyze the kind of population you have, the level of intellect, where they work, what is their geographical positions, and all those stuff. So we see the level at different points, but fintech and banks have been the major ones currently that we see those attacks being used for using AI to actually infiltrate.
So earlier we spoke about, videos. It's becoming easy to say, oh, this video is fake and this is, real. Why is it difficult to identify phishing messages?
So I think it's awareness. When people don't really understand, in fact, people are appreciating that you see a message that is more crafted. You feel, oh, this one must be written by a professional. But people need to be aware when something is too touched, well arranged or packaged. You need to identify. There's so many things to check from the URL. Nigerians don't even check the URL. I spoke about that in my last meeting. We are too quick to click on links, right? And sometimes the difference might just be one alphabet from the main URL, and they plug it inside, you didn't notice, and you click on it. Automatically, you have been attacked. So most times, Nigerians or people need to be aware of how does phishing even work. Is it through email? And most times you see that they're trying to make you be in a haste. There are some of those things you need to understand. When someone just call you, please, Dorcas, I want you to send me money. Quickly, I need to sort. Like, you need to relax at that point. Who is this person calling? Why is he sending this text? Is it possible he has swapped that person's SIM? Or so most time Nigerians were too in a haste. So we need to let officers in the company or individuals to always remain calm. Even when you get a call, when you get a text message, take your time, read it carefully. You can be seeing a message from MTN, but it's not MTN. It might be MTNN or another. So just calm down and read. So we should not just be in a haste. That awareness is very important for us. Then companies should be able to start implementing tools that helps even their staff filter some of these bad emails, and because that's one of the easiest way. They can easily get your email and keep sending you messages. And what they just want you just to open one. And the moment they get access to you, they get access to everybody because you're on the same network.
Do you think the tech ecosystem in Nigeria or the government and the regulators are ready for this new wave of AI-driven cybercrimes?
Yeah, I would say we're in a mixed situation now because Nigeria were very good with making policies on paper. When I say paper, we have these policies. Cybercrime Act is there.
But implementing it is a problem.
So we are catching up. In fact, let's say we have caught up with global standard when it comes to writing this policy. But how do we execute and implement them? It's very important. We move past that. We are writing policies every day. Let's see people being penalized for doing the wrong thing. Let's see people being penalized for using Nigerian data in the wrong way. The NDPR and all those acts should be implemented. Let's see companies that are paying fines because they didn't really use people's data properly. So with that, I think it will put that level of strictness and caution on the minds of developers and people that are accessing our data.
So do you think AI generally should have strict regulations in Nigeria?
So when we say strict, Nigeria, we are more of a reactive type of policy making nation. Let me put it that way. We are more reactive when we do our policies, which affects innovation. We need to always look at policies in a strategic way. For most time, until something goes wrong, that's when you see the government comes and say, no, we are banning this. So that's the reactive type of. So you need to prepare that AI is going to come with its challenges. How do we start preparing from now before it brings those challenges? So that when those challenges come, we must have prepared those policies. So we'll not be reactive, but we'll be strategic. And that's what happened, the same thing in cryptocurrency. We're just reactive because people are using it for fraud and you just said ban. But other countries are accepting it. Other banks, global banks are accepting cryptocurrency. So it shows that when we are too reactive, you stiff innovation and it hurts you at the end of the day. So rather than allowing people to build while you work on the policies and keep letting them know we are working on this policy, even as you are building, ensure you build in an ethical way. That's what Nigerian government and regulators needs to be saying, because this is one of the fields that is going to bring a lot of youths out of unemployment. So imagine you can be able to automate your work, automate your videos. We're seeing youth making a lot of money from YouTube, faceless channels, using AI to automate everything. So what they just need to be doing is, we are working on this policy, but when you are doing this, ensure you are doing it in an ethical way. We're not restricting you. We're not saying don't use it, but use it in an ethical way, because if you don't, just a matter of 1 or 2 years, we might actually hold you responsible. I think that's what the government needs to. We need to move from the reactive state to more of a strategic policy making.
So what about these companies? Because whether we like it or not, AI has come to stay. It keeps
Definitely.
getting better every day. But then the scammers are out there. What are the AI defenses they should, adopt in order to stay ahead of these scammers?
So, like I said, build AI tools, train your AI models, deploy your AI models on, because you are fighting with technology that is fast. Then train your staff to work with it. The truth of the matter is, what a human being can do, what 10 or 50 human beings can do, one AI will do it in less than an hour. So you need to actually train more people to understand how to use AI. You need to build your own models that will be able to check. Let's support local tech companies to actually build models that teaches how Nigerians interact with these platforms. So when we train models that understand our climb, it's easy for that model to understand when somebody's trying to steal hack you. So I think it's all about, let's support innovation. Let's adopt. We need to adopt AI at the same time when we want to, because you can't just do it with your physical eyes most times. Most of this information are many. So we pair the AI, like I've said, with humans to do this work. And at the end of the day, when we have a very good policy, I feel everything will go fine.
Do you even think we have this tech savvy that can train, people in Nigeria?
We do have a lot, and that's why they are saying the Japhet is just increasing on the tech space, because we have a lot of Nigerians that feel it's just the tech space that is their saving grace. And the moment they sit down, they build their skills, they hone their skills so long, you just see a company employs them and they leave the country. So how do we find a way to retain these people here to build solutions for the country? That's what the government needs to do. So we just need to do that. We have a lot of developers, but most of them are being taken out of the country on a daily basis.
So looking ahead, what are the AI trends that Nigerians should be aware of? And what should they do to kind of limit the effects of these threats?
So as a volatile state that we're getting in now when it comes to the insecurity issues, the forthcoming election, I think it's very important we look at those things. Because we'll start seeing some fake propaganda videos. I saw one of these general that was killed. Just we know some of the videos were AI.
Generated.
So we need so
how many people even
know about that? So you see, the state of security and forthcoming election. Well, I'm always hammering on that, because that's the next phase of propaganda we start seeing now. So what somebody did not say, they will do a video because of the voice cloning now. You create a video and see the person said it, and you release a video. And a lot of people don't even know which one is AI, and they say, exactly. This one has insulted this person, then they'll start fight. So we need to watch out to election propaganda videos that will start coming out, security videos that something that might not have happened, we'll start seeing that. So it's just to bring tension and confusion. So we need to look at those parts, and the social media platform will help. It help us identify some of these, so that quickly when people are posting these videos, they should be able to notify the public that this is a fake. So I feel that's where regulation has to, when you're working with Meta, Instagram, or other view, they should be able to notify people quickly that this is an AI, fake video that AI doesn't, yes. So I think with that, it will help us, because those two things now are the things that are really affecting Nigerians, and it will affect us.
What about on the part of the government? You've spoken about us, we should be aware.
Yeah.
We should be on the lookout. You've spoken about the social media platforms. They should be able to flag this is AI generated. Yeah. What about the Nigerian government?
So that's where the implementation of the policy needs to come, because you have factored in both users, builders, and even your regulators at the same time. So how do you actually interact with these companies? What are their level of registrations with the country? Even if it's open, okay, how do you find a way to control those data? One of the things I understand with the US is they control media. They make sure most of their media is somehow controlled. So we are happy for the freedom of speech in Nigeria from the media, because a lot of things we wouldn't have known. We're seeing it from the media house. So, but how does the government, do you have a very cordial relationship with the government? Are companies that are building having that cordial relationship with the government of the country, so that these policies should also meet them. If you are doing something wrong, we should be able to say you are doing wrong. You can't serve our people because you are not meeting the right requirements. So the government needs to be reactive at that point now, because it's not about writing it, implement it and go after these companies to do the right thing. Because an individual cannot tell Facebook you must put no, but the government can actually push them to say you have to identify every video that is coming from Nigeria, either it's fake or it's a real video, for our people to be able to consume.
So generally, everybody has a role to play.
Exactly.
Thank you so much, Japhet Johnson, for coming to the studio and for sharing your insights.
You're welcome.
We'll take a quick break, and when we return, we'll bring you tech tips. To stay with us.
Today, we'll be giving you tech tips on how to identify AI-powered phishing attacks. 1. Watch out for messages that feel too personal. AI can scan social media and create messages using your name, workplace, or recent posts. If a message feels unusually tailored or familiar, pause and verify before responding. 2. Look for unusual urgency or pressure. AI-generated scams often create panic. For example, your bank account will be blocked in 10 minutes. This emotional push is a common sign. Legit organizations don't threaten you to act immediately. 3. Check for slightly wrong details. AI may get small things wrong. Wrong spelling of your bank's name, old email addresses, or slight logo distortions. These subtle errors often expose an AI-created phishing attempt. 4. Be careful with voice notes or calls that sound almost right. AI voice cloning is now used globally. If a voice call sounds like a family member, boss, or bank officer, but something feels off, hang up and call back on a verified number. 5. Verify links before clicking anything. AI-powered phishing often hides dangerous links behind convincing text. Always hover over or long press on mobile to check the real address. If the link doesn't match the official website, don't click.
And that's a wrap on this week's episode of Tech Talk. Do well to follow us across all social media platforms for more programs, news, and documentaries. See you next week for a fresh edition of the program. I am Dorcas Yakubu. Thank you